Hello my friends on YouTube, I'm John and welcome to my channel. Today we drink coffee and look at knives, and I'm starting by drinking some coffee and then we'll have a look at this very nice piece. It's called a TwoSun TS25. It's not one of their newest knives, and it is around these days around $85, and a little bit difficult to obtain these days, but I think eBay still has them, and they're still listed on DHgate and AliExpress, even Amazon, but not that easy to come by. But I still think eBay has them, and I didn't do a review, so I'll do that anyways. Mainly because if you can find one, it's really not a bad knife. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just have a look at the knife itself. We'll do that. Start that by looking at the blade. Very nice blade indeed, with the TwoSun logo. Some holes here on top with a rather sharp edge. It's gonna collect some crud, I can tell you that, but yeah, I'm not sure this is for food prep anyway, but yeah, be aware of that. Very sharp out of the box. Steel is D2, not a bad choice. And still looking sort of at the blade, and the flipper tab with the hole in it, not I guess for any particular purpose other than design wise. On top we have a bit of jimping, which is almost non-functional, not really doing anything, so that's the thing. And sharpening choil, just a little bit, but it's a sharpening choil. The grind is flat grind, not that thick a blade. I'll just break out the trusty caliber and we'll measure it. And it's gonna be 3 millimeters, and I'll just 3.14 millimeters, and I'll just try and use the inches, which would be 0.129 inches. And looking at the handle, heavy handle, especially because of this thick backspacer, titanium handle, and but still thick, and in this case no internal milling, so you get the full weight of a good slab of titanium, I can tell you that. And I don't have the weight around, so I'll just put the number in the video as I edit it, but you'll definitely get the weight. Still looking at the handle, this very clean pivot on this side, unfortunately still free spinning if you're going to take it apart, but I suppose you could use some sort of tool. Still it doesn't turn that easily, but it is free spinning. These beautiful carbon fiber inlays here and here, and I hope you can see that there's a bit of milling pattern on the titanium itself, which doesn't do much good, but yeah, it's there. But it is, apart from the carbon fiber, a bit slippery, but the carbon fiber actually gives it a little bit of grip, and then some milling on this side, I suppose, could save a little bit of weight. On the other side, milled pocket clip, not a very much room underneath the pocket clip, not for jeans, jeans or that sort of pants, I suppose. And we have a bit of carbon fiber inlays here as well, and here's functions as over travel stuff for the liner or the frame lock as well. And good old standard Torx H screw iron pivot, as well as a Torx 8 on the back side. As we can see, the pocket clip is screwed in internally, and unfortunately it is not ambidextrous. Sorry for the lefties. If we go close to the blade, we can see that it is what is called a night morning design. One of the designers of TwoSun, and yeah, not much else to say. It is very not much else to say about the materials or anything, but if I have something to say about the overall fit and finish, which is very good. All corners are rounded off. It has a nice fit in your hand, and that very flat pocket clip, at least it gives you a nice grip without any hot spots in your hand. And overall, this knife is very nice to hold. When you pick it up, it is just gives that, you know, that sturdy and quality feeling. And an $85 Chinese knife is of course a lot of good in a cheap package. 85 for a Chinese knife is actually very expensive, so they had the opportunity to do a lot of good, and I think they have. It is feels and functions like a quality knife. Just to talk about function, it is smooth in that not drop shoddy way, but you can just feel it just drops almost by itself, and the action, as you might see, is very snappy, even for a relatively heavy blade. And fit and finish wise, the blade centering is absolutely perfect. Not much room, but it manages to sit nicely between the frames, and that's of course a good thing. And the flipping action is quite nice. All in all, a very sturdy feeling. I like to give you the impression as if you were handling it or having it in your hand, and it just gives that feeling of quality and nice mechanics in your hand. And as you can see, I have a little bit of extra here. My hand is size 9, which is a 9.5, a larger size hand. And of course we'll just do a little size comparison. Spyderco Delica. What else can we check that we have around? Steel wheel cut jack. Around the same size, I think. And yeah, maybe let's quickly just something everyone knows. A lighter. I hope that gives you an impression of the size relatively. One last thing is this is not a light knife, and it's not a thin knife. Let's just do the handle while we're at it. The handle is around, difficult to find the thickest spot, but around 0.58 inches, and that would be 1.5 centimeters. So it is a rather beefy handle. Be aware of that. All in all, a very nice knife, very sturdy impression, no real issues. Let's just test. I've had a few knives where the tip actually was able to catch your finger at the end here. That's not an issue here, and nothing comes up the back either, which is also a nice thing. So all in all, a very sturdy and good mechanical impression. This is actually, in my opinion, a very nice knife. If it tickles your fancy, then I definitely think you should consider it. Not exactly a gem, but still a very nice knife, and I'm very pleased with it. It has the most smooth action, and as I said, a very nice blade, a very nice slicer indeed. So yeah, if you can, get it, and if you like the looks of it. So with this, have a nice day, evening, whatever it is in your country. And while I'm at it, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.